Hi everyone, Mark here and welcome to my video. This is my 7-week review video for my healthy lifestyle program, and I'm really excited today to be sharing this with you because a lot of great stuff's happened this past week, so I want to get into that and talk to you about it. For those that haven't seen my videos before, what I'm doing is I'm creating a healthy lifestyle program around 6 pillars. That's six pillars of the things that I believe that we need to have a healthy lifestyle. The first one, exercise. Second one, a good nutrition plan. Third one, de-stressing the negative stress from our lives. The fourth one, love. The fifth one, meditation. And the sixth one, a good eating plan. So there you go. Those are the 6 things that I've been focusing on for the last 7 weeks. Each week I'm doing a video to give you an update on how things are going, what I'm learning about my body, what are the things that I'm adding, taking away, and I guess just including in the plan. So that's all the things that I'm sharing with you in these videos. So let's start off. I get a number of people have written to me and asked me about the diet. Well, as I've said before, I'm not on a diet and I haven't followed a specific program at all. I'm actually creating and experimenting for myself. So I'm doing all kinds of different meal plans to try and come up with something that I feel really good with. And I'm happy to report that after 7 weeks, I've now found an eating plan that I'm happy with, and it's making me feel really, really good. So I know some people have asked, what is it? Is it high carb, low carb, protein, high protein, whatever? The answer is I like to call my eating plan an intuitive eating plan. And what I mean by intuitive eating plan, it means that I've got to the stage now after 7 weeks that my body is telling me exactly what I want to eat and when I want to eat it. And that's really important because I've got to the stage where my body is giving me very strong signaling and I'm listening to it, and I feel that's intuitive in terms of what I'm doing and what I'm putting into my body. So if I was to label it that other people can relate to, I guess it's a high fat diet and a low carb diet. So carbs in my world now are bad, and not all bad, not all carbs are bad. But I was a pasta, bread guy, eating fatty foods, all those things. All that's gone. Processed sugar's gone for the last 7 weeks. And I'm really happy to announce again tonight that I haven't had one cheat meal in 7 weeks of this program. So not once have I buckled and had anything sweet or gone back to my old bad habits. And that's a really big achievement for me, because if someone had said to me before I started this program, I wouldn't sneak a piece of chocolate or a little tub of ice cream or something like that, I would have said I probably would have done that. But I haven't done it, and I've stuck to the plan. And I've stuck to the plan because I'm seeing amazing results. And it's like anything we do in life, if we get results and we can see progress, then we're happy to keep doing it, right? So that's what's happening with this program for me. I'm just seeing so many amazing results. So talking about the food side of it, what's happening now is that for week 7, I would say that my body is now into a rhythmical cycle on when I have food and what I have for food. So to give you an idea, I usually eat around about 11 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock, midday. That's my first meal of the day. So even though I go out and I exercise in the morning, I don't come straight back and eat. In fact, I'm not hungry when I get back. I have a glass of water before I go, about 250 to 300 mils. I have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in that, and that sees me well through till 11 o'clock. And I only eat 11 o'clock because I feel as though it's a good time. My body's starting to tell me that I need a bit of fuel, so that's when I eat. After 11 o'clock and I've had that particular meal, and it usually consists of some oats, some raw oats. I have steel oats, raw oats, some berries, blackberries, raspberries or strawberries. I've cut out the apples and the bananas and those things which have got high sugar content, high natural sugar content, so I've stayed away from those. And I have coconut, and I have Greek yogurt, and I have nuts. So that's what I'm putting into my first meal of the day. After I've had that, I feel fantastic. I feel really, really good. And I get to 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock and I'm ready to eat again. Most days, not every day. And in fact, in the last week, it's been really interesting because I've only had one meal a day for 4 days of the week. And the other 3 days I've had a dinner at night as well as my morning meal. So I've had days where I've gotten only one meal, and I've had days where I've had 2 meals, and that's the pattern that I seem to be getting into now for my body. And it's fantastic. Like if someone had said to me 3 months ago, listen, you're going to be eating 1 meal a day, I would go, no, I can't survive on 1 meal a day. That's impossible. Absolutely impossible. I was a guy that was eating all the time. I was having chocolate, I was having ice cream, I was having chips, I was having biscuits. You name it, I used to throw it into my mouth. And you saw the photos of me during the week of what I used to look like. So those things are all gone, and now I'm focusing on all the quality stuff. And as a result of that, my body has learned to be more efficient. So I've talked about the word ketosis. My body is in a state of ketosis. What does ketosis mean? Ketosis means that your body is burning fat for energy rather than burning carbs. So before, when I was eating a lot of bread and pasta and those sorts of things, my body was getting its fuel from the carbs and all those things. But as a result of that, I would go through all these highs and lows because they contain sugar as well, and I was having sugar knocks throughout the day. All those things have gone. So what happens now is after my meal, I maintain the same energy levels until I have another meal, which is fantastic. And if I don't have another meal, I don't crash and burn either. So I can go all night long and not have anything until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I'll be fine. I won't have a dip in energy levels. In fact, my exercising in the morning is better than it's ever been. So some really amazing results coming out of that nutrition program for me. I've saved money on my grocery bill because I'm eating less and I'm eating more quality things, and more quality things don't necessarily mean it's more expensive. So a healthy lifestyle program for me has equated into a financial gain, but it's also equated into eating less in terms of volume, but also in terms of frequency. So the nutritional side is working really well, and as I say, I think I've now achieved, after 7 weeks, I've got myself into what I call a cycle, and that cycle is where I can understand, my body's understanding whether I want 1 or 2 meals for the day. And I can't remember the last time I had 3 meals in a day. I really can't. It must have been a long time ago. So there we are. That's the food side of it. So let's talk about the exercise side, because a lot of people are interested in exercise and they think they need to get out there and run for miles every day and do all of that. I used to be a guy that used to train for Ironman triathlons, and I used to put in anywhere between 4 and 5 hours of training a day, and in the weekends up to 8 or 9 hours of training. Those were extreme days, and I look back on those now and I just think, wow, how unnecessary was all of that. So what I do today is I get up and I go for a run in the morning, and I take my dog with me, so we don't run fast, but we do all sorts of different types of runs: beach runs, stair runs, runs in the park, up and down benches, all those sorts of things. And it equates to about 4 kilometers by the time we get back. When I get back, we go straight into an ab workout, which I've designed myself. So if you go on YouTube, there's millions of different ab workouts that people have done, and I've grabbed a few of the exercises from some of those, and I've created my own ab workout. It lasts for between 12 and 13 minutes, and I'm on the go the whole time. So my abs, my core are working for that whole 12 and 13 minutes. And I tell you, after 13 minutes of doing ab relentlessly, you are burning. You are really burning. And I tell you what, the old six-pack is coming. So it's incredible what's happening after 7 weeks. So that's the exercise that I do in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I take the dog for a walk, and we go for a really nice, long, slow walk. So we'll do 1 to 2 hours, and it's at a nice, slow, leisurely pace, and we get back from that and I feel absolutely fantastic. So exercise is taken care of. I do weights every second days, and what I do again is I do a high impact weight session with dumbbells, and that lasts for about 25 to 30 minutes, and that's it. Finish. Done. So as far as my core workout and my weight workout, we're talking about a total workout time of less than 40 minutes, which is fantastic. You know, people say, I don't have time to exercise and go to the gym for hours and all the rest of it. I do all of this from my boat deck, and I don't need to go to any gym or anything to get all this exercise. Now, as a result of the eating program and the exercise program, the weight continues to come off. I just went through some of my clothes today, and they'll be going to charity very shortly because, yeah, there's stuff that I just can't wear. So again, I haven't focused on doing this program to lose weight primarily. So what I've done is I've lost weight as a result of going on to this healthy lifestyle program. It's been a peripheral benefit of doing this program. So the exercise has been going really well, and as I said, I don't want to ratchet up the distance or the time I'm doing it. I just want to become more efficient in doing these exercises. So a lot of the ab exercises I can become much more efficient at doing as my core gets stronger and stronger, and that's what my focus is going to be as I go forward over the next few weeks. Sleeping, another part of the dynamic, is going really, really well, and I just go to bed at night and I fall asleep and I don't wake up until the morning. So the quality of sleep is extraordinary. I don't think I've slept as well as I have my entire life. I used to be a pretty good sleeper, but every now and again, if I had too much sugar before I went to bed, I really, had a bad night's sleep. But now I'm having a really good quality sleep. So that's really good. Meditation, I'm meditating for about 40 minutes a day, and that works really well for me. I don't want to go longer. What I am finding is I go forward with my meditation, I've got much more clarity. So the quality of my meditating is becoming a lot more evident as I get fitter and healthier and feel better about everything. And I think this is a really good impact. Meditation is such a good thing because it helps to center you, and it also gives you this, not only as the center, but it gives you the sense of calmness where you feel as though you're really in the zone with it. And if I look back to week 1 to week 7, I can say that my quality of meditation has just gone up through the roof. So I'm able to really get in the zone with my meditation. I feel very calm and at peace, and I can really zone out for the whole 40-minute period that I do it for. So yeah, meditation, I keep saying it, it's the magic pill. If you're out there listening to this video and you kind of boo-hoo about meditation, it's probably because you've never tried it. And if you haven't tried it for long enough perhaps and made it sustainable as part of your life. But I really recommend it to anybody to give it a long-term go. Try it for 3 to 6 months. And if you still think it's not for you after that, then fine, no issue. But I think you'll be really surprised if you give it a go and go for that period of time. So the other thing that I've been really focusing on is de-stressing my life. And if you look at what I'm doing at the moment, I've got a lot of projects going, and they're things that I really enjoy doing. So sometimes they bring me stress, but they bring me positive stress because I'm under timelines, and I'm meeting other people's schedules, and I'm working around the clock with people all over the world and making sure we schedulize the podcasts for around their time as well. So yeah, there's a lot of positive stress that comes from that, but it's good stress and I feel pumped by it. I love what I do. It's enabled me to start a second podcast show, which, a few months ago I didn't have planned, but it's great. I love it, and I can see the potential for both now, and they're both going really, really well. So really, really happy with what I'm doing, and now starting this channel to hopefully help anybody that wants to have a healthier lifestyle. So if this is something I can do once a week and put out a few videos, I'm going to start some food ones soon so I can show you how I'm cooking and preparing my meals, what ingredients I'm using, because it's all very well to say I'm having a high-fat diet, but what are those fats I'm putting into my meal? And listen, I've been experimenting, so use me as a test case dummy, because I've been using a lot of these things, finding out that some of them are no good, and other things, I don't like them on my taste buds. I haven't got a taste for them. And things like asparagus and avocados and things that I never used to eat. Nuts used to always upset me, and now I'm eating these things like there's no tomorrow. So your palate does change, your tastes do change, and it's all for the better. So I can't speak highly enough of going through that kind of change. So sleep's good, meditation's great, the eating plan's coming together, the exercise plan's really, really good. De-stressing in my life is going really, really good. And the love side of it, love is important. And, I've put a lot of effort recently into my love life. And my love life consists of a number of things. So I love living on my boat. And I've really embraced that in a new way, because it's not just the place I live and I work. It's a place where I get a lot of joy from. I love being on the water. I love being in nature. And I've started to appreciate more the love I have for living on a boat. And I think a few months ago, I used to say that, and it was like a passing comment that I love living on my boat. Now I feel like I love living on my boat. And I had a situation recently where I was about to sell my boat. In fact, I had sold my boat, and I decided not to, because I love this boat that I live on, and my plans to go to the US to do the Great Loop have been delayed because of what's happening with coronavirus and a lot of other things in the economy. So I didn't want to sell my boat in the end, and I've decided that until I go to the US to do the Great Loop project, I'm going to stay on this beautiful boat that I've got. So that is a part of love for me. The other one is Oscar, who is a huge part of my life, and having a puppy dog and being responsible. I'm a single parent, and I've got a dog to look after 24/7, and I love it because he brings me so much joy and we have so much fun together. And I'm just sitting here smiling because of the love that he brings me and the love that I give him. And it's taught me a lot about love. And this healthy lifestyle thing is not just about eating and exercising. It's about all those other components of our life that are really important. And one of them for me is writing the book that I'm doing at the moment as well. Another project, which is about the last 25 days that I had with my father. A very difficult relationship and a very difficult experience to go through. And at the end of that experience, there was a lot of grief, there was a lot of pain, and it took me a long time to overcome that, because I didn't have a relationship with my father up until those last 25 days of his life. So now writing the book and reflecting, it's giving me a lot of joy, it's giving me a lot of time to reflect on those wonderful days that we had before he passed away. So writing a book is a really good thing. So if you're sitting out there today and you've got a story to tell, then tell it, because there's a lot of people that make videos and talk on podcasts and stuff, but I'm an old-fashioned guy. I like to read a good book and a good story, and I don't think there's a better way to embrace someone's story than reading it in a book. So I encourage you, anybody out there who's got a story, who wants to write a book, maybe you've had an idea for a long time that you've been putting on the shelf. Doesn't have to be a business book. In fact, if it's not a business book, the better. Let's keep things real about people and about feelings and emotion and love. That's what we need in this world right now. We don't need another business story, right? There's plenty of those. That's my opinion. So yeah, writing my book is very therapeutic at a lot of levels, but it's also another opportunity to embrace this whole philosophy of love in my life. So yeah, those are some of the things that are going on that are really, really exciting. And there's others, and I'll share that with you in due course. So yeah, at the end of week 7, I would say that I'm flying high. I'm just feeling fantastic. My health is, if I put my hand on my heart and said to you all today, I think my health is better than it's been for like 30 years. Like, it was a long time ago that I used to be a tennis player, and I used to feel fantastic when I played tennis. I was a very, very fit young guy. But I'm 55 years old now, and to feel the way that I do at the moment, it's really a fantastic feeling. And to think that I'm putting all this together myself and taking bits and pieces of advice that I'm reading and watching online and creating my own lifestyle. It's not somebody else's plan. It's not somebody else telling me what to do. It's me finding out and experimenting, and that's what I'm really enjoying about this journey. So there we go. That's the end of week 7 in my initial 12-week program, and then after 12 weeks I'm going to go into a maintenance program. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got some questions, please yell out to me and ask me. If there's certain areas of maybe the nutrition plan that I'm doing or the exercise plan that you want to know more details about, just let me know. I'm going to start making some videos about the food side of what I'm having, so that you can get a closer insight to some of the ingredients that I'm using, how I'm preparing these dishes, and what they look like and taste like at the end of the day. So I'm going to be doing those shortly as well. I might do one for you for next week for week 8. Okay, well there you go. And I want to thank everybody from around the world who's been giving me lots of support. I've put a few things on Facebook about what I'm doing, and people have really jumped on that and supported me. And also a lot of people have been surprised that I let myself get into the shape and the size that I was. And yeah, I was embarrassed about that. I'm still embarrassed about that, but I'm now doing something about it, and I'm holding myself accountable for that. So onwards and upwards, folks. That's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Click on subscribe and like the video if you do, and watch more on this channel. I'm going to be putting lots more videos out about my health and well-being program as I go forward. And again, thank you very much for watching today, and I'll see you again soon in the next video.